Acknowledging the moral questions that war raises, the technological development advances in military technologies is years ahead of any other sector. So much so that the current situation is looking quite similar to dystopian literature. In today's video, I'll share the most advanced, mind-boggling military technology that currently exists. This is my fix of tech, bringing you the hottest tech innovations straight to your screens. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. And of course, subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell to keep yourself up to date. From sci-fi giants to invisible warfare, I'll cover the latest military tech that I'm sure you've only seen in comic books and movies. Watch until the end to find out what the Americans and Russians have been building. Number 10. Kuratas. Straight from Japanese mangas and sci-fi movies, the Kuratas is a mecha, an anthropomorphic combat vehicle controlled by a pilot sitting inside. A marvel of Japanese engineering and design, the mecha is priced at $1.3 million, cheaper than most of the tech here. Inspired by anime, the manufacturers claim that Kuratas is the world's first giant boarding robot. The colossal mecha weighs 4.5 tons, stands 4 meters high, and can accommodate one person inside, but can also be controlled remotely. It moves quite slowly at a speed of just 10 kilometers per hour, but is fitted with some pretty intimidating weapons, like a rotary cannon, a Kuratas handgun, and a pile bunker. Number 9. MUTT. Announced in July 2016 by General Dynamics Land Systems, the Multi-Utility Tactical Transport is a U.S. Marine Corps unmanned ground vehicle which comes in two versions, wheeled and tracked. MUTT escorts fighters and literally lightens the load by reducing the amount of equipment that they have to carry when crossing difficult terrain on foot. It can carry a payload of 273 kilograms when moving on ground, and 136 kilograms over water. This equates to lightening the load of 9 soldiers across an infantry squad. With its integrated weapon station featuring a minigun, MUTT can easily provide fire support and packs a punch for its military unit. Number 8. Sikorski Raider X. From the American company Sikorski, the Raider X is the future of helicopters, a fast, agile, survivable compound coaxial helicopter that will equip future aviators to address evolving peer and near-peer threats in the most difficult environments with its special design for the attack and reconnaissance aircraft program. It was specifically designed as a prototype for the U.S. Army's Future Attack Reconnaissance Aircraft Prototype Competition, a part of the service's effort to revolutionize its enduring aircraft fleet as part of what is known as a Future Vertical Lift. Launched in 2018, its unique design adds a pusher propeller at the rear of 2 coaxial rotors, with a pilot's seat located one behind the other. This design improves the helicopter's aerodynamics by narrowing the hole. This, together with the powerful GET-901 engine, allows the helicopter to reach a maximum speed of 463 kilometers per hour. Sensitive to the pilot's commands, the Raider X boasts highly responsive maneuverability, enhanced low-speed hover, off-axis hover, and level acceleration and braking. Number 7. Nanobots. With drones saving many lives over the past 5 years, the future is bigger, but also smaller with nanobots. China, Mexico, the US, and other countries are spending billions in this micro-arms race. Incredibly tiny robots that measure at about 0.001 centimeter each and can be given complex commands. These robots can be remotely controlled and are quite scary for military experts because they have the potential capability to poison a city's water supply with strains of potent diseases. They can even be programmed to poison an important political or military leader. Though it may be a dream for the future for some, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has already accused the US and South Korea of trying to assassinate him via nanobot. It sounds crazy, but the risk is real for researchers at the Global Catastrophic Risk Conference in 2008, who estimated that nanotechnology had a 1 in 20 chance of destroying humanity by 2100. Number 6. Canine Vision. Most everyone has seen the help of Canine Vision service dogs. For the military, they are truly best friends in search for mines and catching criminals. They also play a vital part in the special operations in dangerous areas, which means they also need special protection. Canine Vision is a multifunctional system designed specifically for dogs and their companions. They're a pair of protective goggles at 200 grams, light enough to avoid any discomfort for canines. First, they protect the dog's eyes, and second, they get the job done more effectively. High-quality video and radio transmission with zero latency from the animal's head maximize operation capabilities by providing humans visibility of the dog's surroundings with it, and allow quick commands as the dogs can't see very well in the dark. They also have a light for the dog and a transmission range of 100 meters. The final and literally biggest one is undetected even by the best detection. Stay tuned to find out. Number 5. The Ripsaw M5. Especially made for the military, this off-road remote-controlled human-sized vehicle was first unveiled at the end of last year. The pilot can control the situation around the vehicle as a Ripsaw M5 is equipped with a camera system. With its modular design, this tank can easily be adjusted to perform different tasks. Packing firepower and a massive 3-ton payload, the vehicle has a built-in weapon that can also be equipped with a system for transporting other weapons in different loads. The Ripsaw M5 can carry a drone, function as a launch station, and neutralize mines. Its options for weaponry are virtually unlimited, allowing a medium-caliber cannon and an artillery piece, and a coaxial gun. There's even room for a machine gun, a grenade launcher, or an anti-tank guided missile. Number 4. Grumman B-21 Raider. Based on an earlier American heavy strategic bomber that featured low observational stealth technology, the B-21 Raider penetrates dense anti-aircraft defenses and belongs to the Erie Long-Range Large Heavy Payload Stealth Intercontinental Strategy Bomber program of the United States Air Force. Capable of delivering conventional and thermonuclear weapon, the biggest surprise is that the US Air Force had initial plans of putting 80 to 100 of these aircrafts in the skies, but there could be as many as 175 to 200 in service eventually, and initial operating capability by the year 2030. Strictly confidential, the only detail that has been released about it is the company's task to design and build it, including Pratt & Whitney. Even the cost of the aircraft has not been released because it would reveal too much information about this classified project and alert potential adversaries. The reason behind this is that the B-21 Raider will most likely be used to go deep into enemy territory. Only time will tell when we will see one flying overhead, but for sure, it'll be unlike aircraft of yesteryear. Number 3. VIHR, meaning hurricane in Russian. The VIHR is a reconnaissance strike ground robotic complex designed to strengthen military units to reduce human losses and protect facilities. First shown at the Day of Innovations of the Russian Defense Ministry 2015 exhibition, the robot's ABM-BSM-30 remote-controlled weapon station has an optical electronics complex for detecting ground and air targets, a 30mm to 72 automatic gun, a 7.62mm peak ATM machine gun, and a coordinate M8 EGM. It also carries heavy armaments such as 30mm cannons and its own small multicopter, unmanned aerial vehicle for greater intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance, along with a small complement of unmanned ground systems to assist it in various combat duties. This can be used in conjunction with movement for ground and air targets. Number 2. Multi-mission Railgun. A true weapon of the future, the multi-mission railgun is a brainchild of American company General Atomics for the Navy. Its arsenal can host several modifications to eliminate different targets, regardless of the difficulty level. The standard version of this railgun has a power of 10 megajoules and fires kinetic metal projectiles. The version for attacking marine and land targets uses hypersonic kinetic projectiles, and finally, the last version will fire explosive projectiles with tungsten balls inside. This latest version is more cost-effective than the traditional ones when it comes to eliminating aerodynamic and ballistic targets in the air. To help you understand further, a railgun uses electromagnetic forces to launch a projectile with a long range and higher acceleration rate. The projectiles are smaller, which makes them easier to store, and also less explosive than the standard projectiles, increasing the ship's lifespan. Finally, we have number 1, invisible tanks. Counter to traditional thoughts of tanks as large and awe-inspiring weapons of destruction, stealth tanks have become the obsession of militaries around the world. Leading the charge are America and Russia, with tanks invisible to radar or infrared sensors, with the UK and Australia armies following not far behind. The Australian military started working with the University of South Australia's Future Industries Institute to fit tanks with polycarbonate cells, the same ones used in solar panels. These cells can change color to match a background, allowing the tanks to adapt their appearance to camouflage with their environment. Imagine a chameleon with a 5-meter gun on its back, ready to fire at the push of a button. The UK military has been collaborating with private weapons manufacturing company BAE Systems since 2011 that uses camouflage technology to reflect a tank's surroundings onto its surface. From larger-than-life mechas to invisible tanks and nanobots, the military has really been pushing the limits of technological possibilities. Of course, they have their astronomically high budgets to thank for this. Which military tech impressed you the most, and which one would you like to hear more about? Share with everyone in the comments down below, and let's talk about it in the first hour. Modern innovations and innovations aren't just for the military anymore. Everyday people like you and me also have the latest tech available to us. All of which I discuss in my related video, Best 2020 Gadgets That Are 100% Worth Buying. You should definitely check it out. Stay connected and stay up to date.